Bernie Sanders, one of the debates, said, we should look to countries like Denmark, like Sweden and Norway, and learn from what they have accomplished for their working people. He said he talked to a guy in Denmark who told him, quote, it is very hard to become very, very rich, but it's pretty hard to be very, very poor. And that makes a lot of sense to me, close quote, said Bernie Sanders. Now, the head of Denmark, Prime Minister, this is in 2015, was speaking at the Harvard Kennedy School of Government. And referring to Bernie Sanders, not by name, he said, quote, I'm aware that some people in the U.S. associate the Nordic model with some sort of socialism. Therefore, the Prime Minister of Norway said, I would like to make one thing clear. Denmark is far from a planned socialist economy. Denmark is a market economy. He said, we have an expanded welfare state that provides a high level of security to its citizens. But we are a successful market economy with much freedom to pursue your dreams and live your life as you wish. End of quote. Now, what people like Bernie Sanders and Mamdani, who tell us that we ought to emulate countries like Sweden and Denmark, what they never tell you is that the middle class pay a boatload of taxes. So you have the same people like Bernie Sanders who complain about millionaires and billionaires not paying their fair share, and that the middle class is being shafted, while they compare them to societies where the middle class pay a substantial amount of taxes for their welfare state. That's the trade-off. Now, they don't want that part of the trade-off. They just want the high taxes on millionaires and billionaires. But high taxes on people in the middle class, which they purport to be protecting, they don't want that. So they really don't want a society like Denmark, like Sweden, given the substantial amount of taxes that the middle class pay. What they really want is a society that shafts the rich people, because rich people have gotten rich by manipulating the system, as Phil Donahue said. They didn't bust their tail. They didn't get up early. They didn't stay late. They didn't assume risk. They just cheated. That's how these people who've never run a lemonade stand believe that people got wealthy.